Well, we'll see who don't want to go to bed. Says 3. Hello, Grizz. It's only 7:30 for Grizz. Hey, Grizz, would you like to come up on the panel? I just started. And then tell me whether you want me to send it through Hangouts or your email. Oh, man. Bob got him a new computer, Grizz. There's John John. Beep, beep. Okay, John John. You still in New York? It's me, Brian. Hey, Johnny Smith. The DVD works fine. Good deal, John. So glad to see you on here. Cool. All right. Now I got to find your email address. So, well, John, how are you doing today? So, did you get it to work on uh, your laptop? I'm not seeing the chat just this second. I'm trying to find Grizz's email address. Yeah, if I can. There we go. All right. Now then. There you go, Grizz. I got it sent. Okay. Now back to you, Johnny Smith. Is your DVD working on your laptop? You're gonna move on us? Well, like I say, John, go into your uh, control panel and remove that program and redo it. I went out there this morning. You wasn't there. I had VLC on this flash drive. I was going to download it for you. Yeah, just your DVD player. Okay. Johnny, do you have a webcam? I don't think you do. I'm tickled to death you're on here talking to me. Country lover. Well, hello, country lover. Oh, it's Kelly. Ah, it took me a minute there. So, did you watch the very end where everybody, it looked like two ruptured ducks in a hailstorm taking off? Well, good deal, John, or John. I'll have to check it out when you get back to Florida. We got Johnny and we got John. You do have a webcam? Is that what you're saying yes to? There's Grizz.
I think I made it. Oh shit, I don't have my hat on. I got to get myself all pretty.
Well, it looked like you had combed your hair.
Oh no, that's just a mirage. Yeah, no, I don't comb my hair. That's no, I just let it do what it's going to do. It combs itself.
Well, sometimes I comb my hair. I mowed the yard today, so I got it all mussed up.
But by the way, with me being on the cell phone through Hangouts and stuff, I don't see any of the chat. So if somebody says anything to me, hi out there, or I'm not ignoring you, I just can't see chat. So how's life been treating you, Kim?
Really good. Really good.
Man, it's been a warm one here. Last few days. And I think I'm not drinking no mountain water tonight. I think I've drank enough the last 3 days, and the P7 is kind of cooler for a day. Well, I'll tell you what, that boy sure kicked the shit out of chicken shit this morning.
You're talking about your roof.
Yeah. I'm talking about the roosters, man. I tell you what. He cleaned, Fat Boy cleaned chicken shit clock big time. I didn't even see it. I didn't even know it happened. A little bit later, I went on out, and Fat Boy had a little bit of blood on his feet and around his beard, and I mean, just comb and stuff, and a little bit of blood, not bad. And then I seen chicken shit, and boy, he got his ass handed to him. I mean, his ripped all sorts of feathers out of his neck. He's bleeding bad. He was still eating good stuff, but he's so whipped that even the young roosters been chasing him around the rest of the day. He's all done fighting now. He's both had enough.
All right, John, have a good night. Grizz, Johnny Smith is a produce seller here local.
Pardon?
Oh, you don't see the chat. Okay.
Oh, no, you can't see the chat in here now.
Okay. Well, this guy here I met, he's been selling produce here. Really good guy. Johnny Smith, to invite you up, I'm going to have to know your email address and put it in Google Hangouts. Have you ever been on a live stream? I lost your picture there, Grizz.
Well, let's see here. I'm just trying something. Am I still there?
Yes, I can hear you. I can't see you, but I can hear you.
Okay. It's well, okay. What I was trying to do is I was trying to bring up my YouTube back on in here while I was on the Hangout to see if I could get that, but it won't let me do that.
There, now I can see you and hear you.
Yeah, I just put it back. I was trying to go into YouTube to see if I could pick up chat while I was in Hangouts, but I can't do both at the same time.
Well, see, that's me. I can't walk and chew bubble gum at the same time either.
I hear you. I got that same problem.
Okay, Johnny Smith, I'm going to invite you through Hangouts. And
Now, what kind of name is John Smith? That can't be a real name.
Yeah, that's his name.
I know. I got a friend of mine with that same name.
What you do, Johnny Smith, you go to Google Hangouts, and I sent you an invite. This guy is really cool, Grizz. His granddaughter was 1 year old Saturday, and I went and filmed what I could of their birthday party. And then I burned him a DVD of it.
Cool. I'm trying to get my volume up here better. I'm trying to keep the speaker away from you so you don't get the override into the feedback.
You know, it's really weird about this webcam that I got. The speaker is right up here at the top. Or no, I said it wrong. The microphone is on the webcam, and the speakers is right down here at the bottom of the monitor, and it never feeds back.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know how long ago. It was like a year ago. Hello, Real Police. How are you tonight? I asked Bob, I said, how do I get on there? You know? And I said, tell me what kind of a mic or camera or whatever. And he said, well, here, wait a minute. And he took a mirror and he showed me what it was, and he gave me the number. And while we were sitting there talking, I ordered it on Amazon, and a week later I ordered one.
All right. Well, this setup here is working pretty good for me. I had some problems before when I was feedback, but I think that's when I was using my laptop. I think it was. Oh no, it was when I was using the other speaker. When I used my daughter's Bluetooth speaker, and I tried to do this, you guys would get feedback from it. No matter where I placed it, but with this speaker, it's not giving the feedback.
No, I don't hear no feedback.
Or maybe it's just that this time I'm on Hangout, you know, on my cell phone. Maybe that was I wasn't using Hangouts before. I don't know what it was, but I do know last time I was on your live stream here 4 or 5 months ago, whenever it was, there was we was having problems with feedback.
Well,
I had
doing it cheap, got him a new computer.
Well, it's about time we did.
And he had about 5 guests on there at one time tonight.
Cool.
And he said it wasn't lagging or nothing.
I always thought that was his internet, not his computer. I don't know how the computer would. Well, maybe.
Well, he didn't have enough horse. He didn't have a big enough processor and enough RAM. But he got an i7 processor, and he's got 16 gigs of RAM.
Oh, wow.
And I think I've only got 8 gigs of RAM.
Mm-hmm.
But it's doing a wonderful job. Mine is.
He needed that.
Yes, he did.
He needs one so he could do his live things and have more than one person on out there.
Right.
I know last night I did, or yesterday afternoon I did a live stream and had Cab 7 on there. And then Fyffe Rick came on there for a little bit. And I know that with my setup, and I don't know what it was, but either way, as soon as Fyffe Rick got on there, then I started having lag, and the picture got a little fuzzy and staticky. And then he left live stream a little bit later. Fireman TV came on there, and I didn't have any problem with Fireman TV. So the picture stayed clear. So I'm thinking it might have been at the time my signal towers. I'm not blaming Fyffe Rick at all whatsoever on it, you know. But it was kind of weird that when you know, I thought, well, maybe I can't have 3. Maybe it's going to just be too much interruption for my internet service. Fireman TV came on and it was fine. So I'm not sure what the exact deal was on it.
Okay, this guy here, he was trying to get on doing it Cheap's live stream earlier, and he didn't understand. What you was having problems with, let me screen share this so you can see what I'm showing you. Okay. Hang on. I'll have to do it this way. Okay. Now you see this is your YouTube page. Right here is where you got to mute it. Okay. And when somebody invites you onto the panel, mute that first before you ever click on their link. Okay. It's not going to there. See, a lot of times people will mute this mic right here. That's in Google Hangouts. You don't want to mute that. Because when you mute that, then nobody can hear you at all. But if you don't mute the YouTube page that I showed you, then that's where you get that feedback, where it just keeps repeating itself, repeating.
Exactly right. Yeah, you know, Kim's exactly right. You gotta before you go to click on the Google Hangout, mute your YouTube page, or you slide the volume down on that, or you mute it. But one other thing is, depending on other people, like with my internet and my computer and different stuff, I don't know what it does exactly, but for some reason, I can't even leave that page open and go on there. I can't have both. When I'm on my laptop, I can't have my YouTube open and my Hangouts open. What I have to do is, and you can show more of the screen here, is do the pop out on your chat. You pop out your chat, then you completely close out your YouTube page, and that chat window still stays open. So then you still have chat and set your chat the chat besides the Google Hangouts then.
That's right. Ron, did you understand what Grizz was telling you? It really is confusing, Grizz, for a newcomer.
Yeah, I remember you on Bob's channel, and I was trying to text, I was trying to tell you. It was really start trying to tell somebody in text, and that was before I did. You know what was really cool is when I learned about that screen share that you were just using. I mean, that just made it so much easier to show people because then people can see.
And see, Bob was doing a mistake. He was putting the link to come in the chat. You don't want to do that because then people can come in there on you and they can take over your channel if they want to.
Well, with he was telling me on that. I don't believe they can take over your channel because you have the power to. If somebody comes on in that you don't want them there, you have the power to get rid of them. You know, to bounce them on out. So I don't see where that's an issue. But what Fireman TV was just telling me, and I don't remember who it was, he said the name on there, but this just happened the other day where a guy put the link out in the chat. A guy popped in the chat, did some stuff that was completely inappropriate or something. I have no idea what it was. And within seconds, and I mean seconds, the channel was shut, that shut down, and he was banned for 90 days from having license. And that was before he was trying to bounce the guy on out. He was in the process to bounce the guy on out because he was not invited or nothing. And he got suspended for 90 days for some live streaming.
The guy, the guy that was the host.
The host got suspended for 90 days. All because he put it on out there. Somebody popped up there that he did intend to have come on in there and did something that wasn't supposed to be done on live stream, and I don't know what it was. But you can ask Fireman TV about that. He's the one that told me about it on my live stream yesterday. Because I was just going to put it in the live stream. I've always done that before. I've never had no problems with anybody, you know, on it in my life. But
I know, but it only takes one time.
It only takes one time, yeah.
Let's see.
But I think the difference is I invite trolls to my channel. And I do treat them for the most part with respect. I don't have no problem with trolls. So I think the trolls get pissed off for some reason at somebody and they're going to get exact revenge however they can do it. They have no reason to exact revenge on me for some reason.
Okay, Johnny. I don't know how to explain it. You have to go to like your Chrome and Google Hangouts.
Ask him first of all, is he on a cell phone, a laptop, a computer? What's he on?
Laptop.
He's on a laptop?
Correct.
Go into your Chrome browser and type in Google Hangouts. And you should be, just in Google Chrome, but it needs to be on Chrome. YouTube and Google Hangouts works with Chrome and not Internet Explorer.
That's correct. But there's a guy that was showing us on Iron Dog's channel. I forget what his name is. Amish something. But he said, let me show you. And he got on Google Hangouts and he said, all I got to do, and he showed us, is click this X right here. And I don't know how he did it. He said, I can click this X and boot you. He said, I can even boot the host. And I don't know where he got that, how he did it. But when he was
that Amish Hitman?
I think so, yes. Yeah, that's right. That's his name.
Okay.
But he's pretty slick at computers, and he screen shared it and showed us. And it had that one guy's name. It had an X in it. And he said, all I got to do is click that X and you're gone.
Oh, wow. What's that talking? Oh, just sitting here talking with him. Yeah, I figured they'd have stuff like that because I used to have programs like that in Pal Talk where I'd be able to shoot down people's links and stuff. So I had seen that on Google Hangouts or anything before. So
I don't know. I don't know how he did it. I have no idea.
well, there are sites, and I could probably Google them on up. I could probably Google up some pirate Google Hangout sites, stuff where they have all sorts of tools with all sorts of stuff that you can do. Where you can create bots. You can create bots that will go on in that will respond to things. You can program your bots to say certain things, but they won't even speak until you say something in text, and then it will reply to that word in text. I used to really get into a lot of that stuff, but that was a long time ago. Put it this way, I was a troll's worst nightmare. I was. I used to have all the toys, but that was 20 years ago. And then I got away from all that stuff for a while. And then I decided not to be quite so bad because, you know what? It kind of sucks when the cop comes to your house.
Oh, my heavens. You had that to happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't good.
Nah. Nah, that ain't good. It wasn't over anything like that, though. It was, had these guys that would go on in flirting on all the girls, on all the different ladies, stuff. And they would do some pretty crude, say and show some pretty crude stuff on these different chat streams that I'd be on that weren't meant to be that way. I mean, they were good, wholesome chats. And so anyway, I started creating. Well, there was a program that I had that could completely make your computer a whole different computer on the internet, give yourself a whole different IP address, give your computer a whole different number, the register number, change everything. But it was a huge program that people did. And then I would go on in and I'd create profiles of women, and I would be a woman had a voice changer. I'd proclaim myself to be a woman. I'd get these guys to do certain things on camera. I would record it, and then I'd go publish it for everybody in these chats to see what type of person this was.
Oh,
and these people, features and stuff that were doing things in private PMs that people were telling me, hey, this is going on. And so, I'd catch them in the act on doing this stuff. Well, those preacher people, type of people that were, preaching God, and all this religious stuff, but then going behind, the PMs with these married women trying to start this stuff. Those are the guys that I was going after. I wasn't just going after anybody. Anyway, they felt like I was picking on them and reported me to the police.
Wow.
And they weren't able to prove anything. They weren't able to prove anything because it was all hearsay.
Hey,
they didn't have a link to my computer or nothing. It was all hearsay. They assumed, people said they thought it was me.
Hey, Grizz, coping alone. Hello, coping alone. Kathy? Hello,
How you doing?
How are you? Now go. Now talk, Grizz.
Yeah, anyway, they didn't, they didn't have proof that it was me, but there was people on the internet that assumed that kind of figured out that it was me, but they didn't have no proof. So, nothing, no legal action was ever taken. But still, I didn't like when they showed up.
Grizz can't see the chat, Brian.
Which Brian is this?
Cisco. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Toscano.
I don't know how to pronounce it either. Hey, Brian, how you doing?
There you go.
What did you get done today, Kim?
I mowed the yard.
You did more than me.
I went and got lunch. Then I was talking to my sister on the phone, and she said, "Oh, Roy, her husband, he just got his finger caught in a mud pump or something, punctured it, cut it." He said, "I gotta go to the hospital." I said, "I'll be there in just a little bit." But it's okay now. I mean, he had to have 3 stitches. So that's kind of what I did this afternoon, sent it to the hospital.
Yeah, my wife made me some homemade pancakes. And I had 2 of them with sour cream and homemade blackberry jelly or jam on it. I did a blackberry syrup type of jam. It was more syrup than it was jam. Kind of a mixed batch, so we used it as syrup. And then I had 2 pancakes with peanut butter and the blackberry jam syrup on there. That was a really good breakfast. And I went on out and watered the garden. I did a bunch of weeding, and then I got too hot. I said, screw it.
Yeah, I seen your video with all the weeds.
Yeah, they're getting down. I'm only getting them back under control. As soon as I get them back under control, I mean, in the next day or 2, I got to replant a whole large area of the garden and try to get a good fall crop going.
I've been trying to get my yard, this one spot in the backyard. It had a whole bunch of creeping Charlie. You know what that is? Well, it's a ground cover weed. It just takes over everything. So I round up it. I sprayed the whole yard. And then I let it die. And then after 2 weeks, you can replant. Okay. So I took it's kind of like a hole, but I got all the weeds out of it that was dead. And then I took some plugs of that zoysia grass from the front yard that's got a good stand. And I put me about 6 plugs there in the back. I know I need more, but I don't, if I lose the 6, it won't be like I've lost a whole bunch. And they're growing, but they're not spreading yet. So I don't know. And I'm watering them every night. I just give them a good drink,
Well, do they go to seed or?
They send runners out.
Okay, so they don't seed, they just send runners out like crab traps.
Kind of, yeah. But they haven't started doing it yet.
Well, maybe you need to back off the watering a little bit so they'll spread out looking for water.
Oh, you think?
It's a possibility. I don't know anything about it. I mean, I just know that a lot of times, a lot of problems are caused by overwatering.
Okay.
I know, like when I want my tomatoes to start going to put on flower, I cut back on the watering, and they say, "Oh man, it's that time of year. We got to put out flowers." You simply put on the flowers, I start watering again, to get the tomatoes growing. But yeah, if I want things to manipulate to go to seed, I cut back the watering to get it to go to flower.
Well, this Johnny Smith was telling me, he was showing me on the tomato, if the tomato starts splitting, too much water.
Yeah. Well, it's not necessarily from too much water. What it's from is inconsistent watering. So if you take a tomato plant that's growing, you have the tomatoes that's growing, and you don't water for a day or two, it's not growing, and then you give it water. The plant, everything is thirsty, and it's going to suck up the water, and that's when it slips. But if you do a consistent watering of the same amount of water, then it allows it to the skin will stretch over a slower period of time with the same amount of water. So in other words, don't try to give it 3 days of water in 1 day's time. You want to give the same amount of water every day.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm gonna try that on that grass, because that grass, I don't water it in the front yard at all, and it grows.
Mm-hmm.
So I know the plugs have established to where they're at. So I'm gonna try that.
Well, I would Google it real quick, see if you can find something real quick on it, because, so like I said, I don't really know, and I think that
I have tried.
You can't find anything on the internet on it?
No. When you ask a question, it just goes crazy to other things. You know what I mean? Now, I think that you can buy seed, but it's better to use plugs.
Uh-huh.
And I've got this plug maker where I can go in the front yard and cut plugs. First, I cut a plug in the dirt here in the back where I'm going to put it, and I lay me 2 or 3 in the box. Then I go out there in front, and I take a plug of grass and take that dirt and put it back in that hole.
Mm-hmm.
So it won't have a hole in the front yard. And then later it'll grow into that plug that I took out. I've done it before.
Had those plugs where you plugged in the holes, so they started filling in?
Well, don't look like it. But I'm not watering them.
But they're not filling in the holes either.
No. But I don't have a deep hole there. It's the dirt. But it will. Probably this fall it will.
Well, maybe it's just the time of year. Maybe it's the temperature or something else. I mean, I don't know.
It's hot.
Well, Pam.
Do what now?
How's Pam doing?
She's doing fine. She's having trouble with her foot. She's supposed to start therapy on it next week. Something about a tendon. She's got to exercise that tendon.
Yeah.
Mayberry Farm, how are you?
Well, Kim, my daughter's getting anxious. I told her I'd help her do a few things this evening, so I probably should get off this stream.
Okay.
She's giving me dirty looks. Anyway, yeah, I told her I'd help her. We're going to start looking at what we got to do to go back on our storage shed again. We're going to go check that out and see where we need to go next.
Okay, Grizz. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Kim. Yeah, hopefully I can cat longer next time.
Good deal.
Okay, now I got to figure out how to shut this thing off. Okay, there we go. We'll catch you later. See you all later.
At the top there.
Pardon?
There's a little red telephone at the top of your Google Hangouts.
Mine's at the bottom right here.
Okay.
All right. Here.
Bye. Grizz is a heck of a good guy. Mayberry Farms, how are you? Let's see. I still got 6 years. Um, Johnny Smith, I don't know how to explain it. If you're still on there, yes, he is, Mayberry. Uh, Let me make sure that I am bus to you. Yes, I am. Wow, 3.8 uh, K buses. Cool. That is awesome. Oh, there's Nolan. I missed you. Good evening to you. Looked like I had a red spot right there. I'm doing great. I'm making out okay. Me and Pam, uh, exactly a week ago, the 10th, was 8 years of our wedding anniversary. I'm kind of proud of that. Actually, beat my first wedding or marriage. That only lasted 4.5 years. I hope it beat my second marriage. But the lady I was married to the second time, the Lord needed her more than I did. That's what happened to that marriage. So, well, congratulations, Mayberry Farms. 6 years in September. Well, good deal. But yeah, uh, my second marriage, we was married for 19 and a half years. And she had diabetes real bad, and she hadn't took care of it right. And it caused a lot of complications for her. Good deal. And we both come up with a summer cold. Man, I don't know what happened. Probably from being in the heat, air conditioning, heat. Usually that don't bother me. Wow. I took that. Uh, if I don't say this right, I'm sorry. Mucinex, it helps a lot. And then I've been using Robitussin, and that helps a lot. It keeps my sinuses open. But every once in a while I get a cough and I just can't hack it. I mean, or kick it. You just got that little tickle in the back of your throat. a puffer, like a breathing thing. Oh, an inhaler. That's what I was trying to think of. Well, see, I don't have that. Um, Now at night, I have a BiPAP machine. I have sleep apnea, and I have to wear a mask. And usually, I don't have any trouble. Once I get adjusted to it and go to sleep, I'm okay. Of course, then when I wake up, my mouth's dry because I can't keep my mouth shut. That's why I wear a full face and comes under here, but it'll dry out my mouth. But it keeps me breathing. So I would stop breathing because your airway shuts off and then you wake up gasping for air. And I wear it every night. I mean, sometimes I have trouble to start with because I'm claustrophobic and I put that mask on. It just feels like somebody's holding their hand over my head. Some people say, well, maybe Pam's holding a pillow over your head. No, she doesn't do that. But it's just something you got to get used to. And I've not totally got used to it, but I do see a difference. It does take some getting used to. I got this machine in 2011, so I've had it for 7 years now, and I've tried different masks, and the one that I've got now, it uh, it goes up underneath the nose instead of over the nose. It still covers my mouth, but there's a slit right here where it goes up against your nose, and that kind of keeps it down, but it still works up in my mouth. Okay, I had answered that question. 7 years. Hello, Patrick. Good evening to you. Yeah, it's tough. It is tough. Oh, it's 100 degrees where you're at. Wow. Better stay inside. Was brutal. Yeah, the weather. I knew what you meant. So, Mayberry, are you trying to build something? A shed, a house, a barn, or garage? An off grid cabin. Wow. You know, I envy you being off grid and all that. And I'm not saying I'm rich, but I go in there and I set that thermostat at 70 degrees, knock on wood. As long as that air's working right, it's 70 degrees in here. And same way in the wintertime, I don't have to chop wood to keep it, you know. Hello, barnyard chicken. Just got home. Well, welcome home. Well, I appreciate you coming by, barnyard. Well, you know, I envy people that can live off the grid cheaper. I really do. You went stress shopping. All right. But our house is it's either 35 or 40 foot square. So if it's 40 foot, it'd be 1,600 square feet. Okay. It is not hard to heat or cool. Now, that furnace or air exchange or whatever you want to call it down in the basement that's blowing that air, whether it's heat or cool, it basically runs all the time. But it will cycle, it will shut off for a while. Okay, it just shut off. Okay, so let's see if I can remember. It's a quarter after 10 here. When that kicks back on, I'll tell you. But it don't seem too bad. Um, the let's see, the last electric bill that I got running the house at 70 degrees. I got a hot tub sitting out there, remember? And that's around 100 degrees, the water. Of course, as hot as it is outside, it don't run that much. Okay. But anyhow, my last electric bill, I'm going to just round it off, 135 bucks. And that's running everything. If Pam runs the dryer, it's for that. If she does baking, it's for that because it's electric stove. So, and of course, we got two computers here that sits here. I don't think they run that much, but anyhow, they're running. They run 24/7. We never shut them down. If they do shut down, they come right back on. If they have to be restarted, we click restart and start them back up. There's six. um, TVs in the house. Two's usually running all the time. So yours was $328. Okay, barnyard chicken. About how many square feet do you have? Of course, now we have a full basement also. Yours was $0. Okay. What was the temperature in your house for $0? Tell me that one. Because like I said, we keep our house. I just leave it set at 70 degrees, don't turn it up or down. I have tried to run it cooler or hotter, I mean, like up 75, but that won't work. That won't work because Pam gets hot. So we just set it at 70 and leave it alone. Yours is a big house. Okay. Well, like I say, our house is square and it may not quite be 40 feet on each side, but say it was at 1,600 square feet and a full basement, 1,600 square feet. Of course, you got the cool air or, the ground being cool down there. But it still sucks the cold air. It has a cold air return down there that comes back in. Okay, so it's hot in your house. Okay, well, I could turn my air off and my bill would be a lot cheaper, but I wouldn't like it to be 95 degrees in this house. Um, I couldn't live that way. I just couldn't do it. I mean, if I have to work outside, I go outside, then I'm in the heat and I just sweat blood. Now, back when I was working, I've been off work for 4 years. We'll be in October anyhow. I was outside working. It didn't bother me. Okay, the AC in the camper. All right. Well, that's where I would be sleeping in the camper. So I guess you're talking about propane. Well, it's whatever you can handle. But like I said, it's not that bad to get that temperature. Fuel for the generator. Okay, I understand. But when you get your house built, you'll probably have solar panels to run air of some sort. But like I said, I still envy people living off the grid. That's cool. Oh, I see some of your videos where you're building. Awesome. Awesome. And then what you're doing, you're building it yourself. You can think back, say 10 years from now, I built this. This is mine. Hello, Tammy Jackson. How are you tonight? Now, I personally didn't build this house, but I put okay, wait a minute. I hired it done. I put 2 roofs on this house, and I had vinyl siding put on this house. I put some vinyl siding on the house myself on one side of the house, and I put gutter on one side of the house, and I've done a lot of work on the inside, painting and stuff like that. And a guy helped me, or I helped him. We built cabinets for our kitchen. They're made of red oak. Very, very beautiful kitchen. And I built 2 small decks on the back of the house. The one that the hot tub setting on is, I think it's 10 foot wide and 13 foot out from the house. The reason why we went 13 foot, that's where the sidewalk was. And that's just the way it worked out. And then the other side of the sidewalk, straight across from the hot tub, I think it's only 9 foot wide, but it's still the 13 foot away from the house. That way they both match at the same height and everything. So I built them, put the fence up, and put a and there it's a vinyl fence, and we put a fence down between us and the neighbors. They're good neighbors, but they want privacy, and of course we do too. You don't want to just step outside the door and the neighbor be standing there. Then you feel like you're obligated to say hi or whatever. But we made a break in the house in case something happened. Either one of us had to go from one or the other. And if they need something, they come over. I have had to go get them to help me with my second wife. 55 by 40. Okay. Let me do a little math here. 55 times 40. All right. That's 2,200. Okay. Minus 16. Oops. Put too many zeros. Yeah, I messed that up. Okay. Over 2,000 feet. So you probably got a third more of what we have. Okay, see, we're just one story. We do have a full basement, but we're just one story. That would make a difference. But if you got a 2-story house, it's a lot harder to heat and cool unless you got 2 heaters or 2 air conditioners. That's a nice size house right there. $20 by $30 room, my sewing room. Good deal. So you do a lot of sewing then, Barnyard Chicken. I need to look at your channel again. You probably got videos of sewing. You do. Yeah. Dollar Tree hauls. That's cool, Barnyard Chicken. Okay, Johnny. Um, sometime I'll try to explain to you. Cool picture, Johnny. Hello, Theo. Yeah, I'm on here a little later for you. A lot of people do that. They take a garage and make it into a living room. Your little circle picture, Johnny, the little picture by your name. Um, let's see, what do they call that? And I drew a blank. It's your avatar. It's your avatar. The little picture right here by your name. That's the one I'm talking about. You got a picture of your kids or something on there. It's not big enough. Yeah. Avatar. Yeah. Just like the other people in the chat. Yeah. Everybody's got an avatar. Here, I'll put I'll type this in so you can see mine. See, I got a picture of my uh, the back of my car and me holding my dog. There you go. Now you know what I'm talking about. We'll work on you, Johnny. We'll get you up here on the panel. You just go to Chrome in the search engine and type in Google Hangouts and open it up. And then you got to accept or something. I forget. It's been so long since I've done it. Then and then you store that on your bookmark on Google Hangouts. You store that Hangout. Okay. So then when somebody invites you, you go to Google Hangouts and you'll see it says invitation. Then you click on that. Hello, life. Good evening to you. It's been a while since I've been on here to where I've seen you. No, barnyard chicken. You gotta plan for it just a little bit. Well, Val's life. I've been lazy. You know, I've been working outside and I come inside and I'm hot, and then I come inside and it's cool. And I got I got this recliner. It's got this lever on the side of it. And I pull that lever and it kicks my feet up and it's lights out. So then 4 hours later, oh, I better go do something. Well, you know, it happens. And then a lot of times I'll come in here and I don't want to butt heads with somebody else if somebody else is on a live stream. I won't try to live stream. I'll get on theirs. You know, Doing it cheap. Bob was on here tonight, and I was on his panel until he shut down. And then I started this one. So everybody supports me. I try to support back. It that's what YouTube's all about, support. And a lot of people have taught me a lot on how to do things, and I try to pass that down. Uh, just like Johnny Smith, I've tried to tell him how to get on the live stream. I'll have to show him. You know, uh, he's he's local, so I did make a video of his produce. If you want to check out one of my videos, uh, Smithy Produce was the name of it. Well, thank you, Val's Life. I'm just simple Kim. I don't try to be something I'm not. And I appreciate everybody's support too. I would not be here without your support. Well, let's see. Barnyard Chicken said they would just be hot when they retire. Well, I was lucky enough. Of course, I worked in a lumberyard, and I was lucky enough to fix our house, and I got it paid for before I retired. Okay, good night, Johnny. I'll catch up with you. I'll try to explain that to you. It's kind of hard to do it without showing you, but we'll get it figured out. But anyhow, like I said, get your place established and get it paid off. Okay. So, what kind of a tester did you get? I think we went through this. Mine is a Rely On Prime. I bought it at Walmart for $9, and you get a package of strips for $9. 50 strips for $9. So to start out with, it's oh no, Barnyard Chicken, I'm so sorry. Wow, that's terrible. HEB brand. Okay, now I don't know. It's probably a good brand. But I run across this one. Had a good one from Walmart. Okay. But I run across this one, and the one I was using was my second wife's. Uh, okay. Okay. Mayberry Farms, getting late on on the East Coast. Have a good one. Okay. Well, goodbye, and thank you for supporting me. But anyhow, I was using that. Let's see, what was it? It was a One Touch. I know there's more name to it, but I can't remember. But the strips cost like $60, and I don't think you got 50 of them. And the doctor was on my butt. You need to check your sugar daily. I said I can't afford it. I can't afford it. Okay, not knowing there was another option out there. Okay, $60 for under 50 strips. I just couldn't see my way with everything else I had going at the time. Okay. So I found this one and I thought, well, for $9 for 50 of them, that's over a month. That's almost 2 months for $9. I can handle that. And I check my sugar, tried to, every day at 11 o'clock, somewhere, before I eat lunch. You'd have like four. Four what? 4 meters? But anyhow, that's what I use. And, I try to pass that on. Okay, so you have 4 meters, Metrex, air in control. Okay. Well, then I don't understand why you need four of them, but you're trying different brands. Oh, that's the new one. Okay. So, what did that new one run for the meter versus the strips? Well, Val's Life, they're not expensive if you get the kind I'm telling you. $9 for 50 of them. And I only test once a day. I know sometimes doctors will say, and if you're taking insulin, it's a whole different ballgame. You have to check it right before you eat, and then you give yourself so much insulin. I used to have to do that with my second wife. They're called Rely On Prime. Okay, you're going to have to excuse me. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I apologize, but I had to take a bathroom break. And while I was doing that, I went and got my meter. Let's see if I can get this where the glare. Okay. These come in red and blue. It's called Rely On Prime. All right. 45 minutes till dinner. Okay. But anyhow, the meter, like I said, is $9. And you can get a bottle of strips, 50 in the bottle for $9. So to start out with, under 20 bucks, you can get the meter and the strips. They come separate. They don't. Um, Maybe when you buy the meter, they might have 3 or 4 strips in there. I don't remember that. I don't think so. I think they're just the meter separate. Now, it don't seem like that it came with the sticker. You know what I'm saying? The piercing. I think you even have to buy that separate. The little thing, you pull this back and you put your finger right there and you, okay, now listen. You may have not heard it, but anyhow, it pokes you in the finger and it hurts. And then you have to squeeze the blood out and put that in that strip just right. If you don't get enough blood on it, it will say error. Okay, you have plenty of the stickers, and then you buy the lances separate to that. Oh, they got you coming and going, but I don't change the lances. I just keep using the same one over and over until I think, hey, this thing's getting dull. But there's the lances, lancettes, I think you call it. You put that in there and then twist that off, and then the needle's exposed. But anyhow, I've got a whole box of these, and like I said, I don't replace them. I may use one for 3 months. There you go. When they get dull, when they won't pierce it or they hurt, and you take this little round thing here and give that a twist and pull it off. And then you take that little piece and stick it on the old one before you throw it away. That way, if somebody, for some weird reason, have lost something in the trash can, they won't stick their finger in there and get stuck. Good deal. Good deal. You know, if I would look into it, I'll bet Medicare would cover a lot of that stuff. But I figure for $9 for 50 days, I can handle it myself. And Medicare pays so much the way it is. Now, they don't pay nothing toward medicine, but they pay 80% of doctor bills, hospital bills, surgeries. I mean, it is great. I had a little mole right here, and it started turning red and causing me a problem. And Pam got on to me. She said, that don't look good. You need to show that to the doctor. So I did. I said, Doc, I said, check this out. Oh my God, I thought he was going to turn white. He says, oh, we got to get that removed. He run out, come back in with his phone. Yeah, he said, I need to make an appointment for Kim Fyffe to see Dr. G. Okay. Well, after about 10 minutes in the surgery room and $4,000 later, I had it removed. And it didn't cost me a dime. That's wonderful. But isn't that something? Just to cut that, because, you had to pay the surgery room, you had to pay the doctor, and then you had to pay the guy to read the test. I understand barnyard chicken, yes. I could probably do that too through Medicare. Yeah. But like I said, for $9, I think I can handle that. Now, if I was taking insulin, now we're talking about a different ballgame. So I've been trying to watch myself very closely because I don't want to take insulin. Now I take enough in pills, you know, and he's 83. Okay. Sometimes I feel like I'm 83, but that's only a joke. Um, Pam's mother is either 83 or 84, and she still drives and she mows her own yard. Now, it's a riding lawnmower, but she's got a pretty good sized yard. And she'll ride the lawnmower and mow her own yard. Now, I think her grandson comes and helps her trim and stuff like that. And he helps her with her flowers. She has some pretty flowers. Oh, he does mow too. Okay. Well, that's great. Well, I just don't know whether I would be mowing at 83. But we'll see. It's all up to the Lord. Whatever He wants. That's a good deal. I had a guy tell me, and he's just about 2 years older than me. He said, "Well, if I'd known I was going to live this long, I'd have took better care of myself." Oh, I got it. We don't take off for spelling. I'd be in the world of hurt if he took off for spelling. Yeah, makes him happy. Whatever he can do, that's great. I mowed this morning about 8 o'clock. Uh, I took I took the dog out, and I got to looking at it. I thought, boy, if I get out here now, the west side of my house was all shaded from the house, and that's the biggest part of my mowing. I thought, man, I need to get out here and do this before that sun comes around, and I be doing it in the sun. Now that made a big difference. That's cool. That uh, Val's life. That's cool. Well, I'm glad you still have your father. Hey, I understand if you live too far away. Yeah, that's right, Brian. You have to do a little bit of exercise. I try to go out here in the yard unless it's just so brittle hot, but I try to do something every day. Yeah, I'm sorry that you lost your mother. Very sorry. I don't have mom or dad. Um, he he was 30 years older than I. So today, if he was living, he would have been 91. But so I lost him 21 years ago. He was 1 month before his 70 years old birthday. So I understand what it is to. And then my mother passed after that. Well, I appreciate it, but that's life. And uh, I think I think mom was over 80 when she passed, and she was in a nursing home. She didn't have a clue who she was. You know, that just ain't no life. So they tell me that heaven's a place to be. So I hope that they're both there. Yeah, sorry to hear that, Barnyard Chicken. June the 10th. So it's been over 18 years. And he was 63. Yeah, dad would have been 70 years old. He like 1 month. And of course, like I said, I was 40 at the time. So you know, I I still feel like I'm young, but I was really young then. And it just hits you. And like I said, 21 years, and I still miss him. Yeah, I'm 61. Well, it would be 83 minus 18 years. Rambling Mountain Rose. Hello, Shalom. Welcome. I'm doing good, Mountain Rose. I know, because I've been so lazy, I haven't got on here. Or I was on here at the wrong time where you could catch me. But we're here now, and thank you for your support. It says that you joined in 2010. Connie, okay. Well, welcome, Connie. Well, I come in here and sit down. I thought, well, I'll check out, see if there's anybody on here. And Bob got doing it cheap. If you don't know doing it cheap, Pawpaw doing it cheap, but he got him a new computer. Um, Pam's having a little bit of trouble with her feet, but she's going to start therapy next week. And the doctor said that she had trouble with her tendon, that she needed therapy to learn how to stretch that tendon and get it to where it was more flexible. Um, she had her foot x-rayed. It does have some spurs, but he said that wasn't the problem. Yeah, well, Papa got him a new computer. Okay. So he had two or three of us up on the panel with him to see if he could handle it with, oh, thank you, Val's Life. Cool. Thank you so much. So I got up on his channel and, like I said, two or three others, and we talked and it didn't lag or nothing. Well, thank you, Val's Life. Good night to you. So after he shut down, I thought, well, I'll start up. So I've been on here for a little over an hour. Well, she can walk some, you know. I I try to help her out the best I can, which might be the wrong thing to do, but she just can't walk that far. So, I'll get the car and bring it up here so she can get in there. And then when we go to the store, I let her out and then I go park the car, and vice versa. I'll go get the car and pick her up and, you know, whatever I can do to help her. Yeah, it still makes it hard to do it. Yeah. So I try to support her, and help her out the best I can. And she takes very good care of me too. So, it's a touch go thing here. Yeah, I tried to do the same thing. Um, Sometimes, we'll go to Walmart if you've ever been to Walmart. And if there's a parking spot right there close, I'll tell her just sit tight, you know, and I'll go ahead and get that parking spot because if I wait until she wallers and tries to get out of the car, somebody zipped in that parking lot or spot. So I tell her there's not a problem. I'll go ahead and park and I'll go get you that go kart and bring it out here to you. So I do that at Walmart a lot. That way she don't have to walk and carry on and what have you. And she likes to do her own grocery shopping. That's what she's got, a lump on the back of her heel. Well, she has a spur on the back of her heel. And they call that arthritis on the top of the foot. She has that very same thing. Well, I've even used the carts. Like we'll go to a different town and there'd be a big store. And usually if I want one particular item, I'll get her set. Like, okay, for instance, I wanted some oil so I could change oil in my car. Well, you got to go clear to the back, clear to the right side of the store because she wanted to come in this door. Couldn't go in the other door, had to come in this door. So I just got on one of them carts and went. She got her own cart. I went back and got my oil, come up, paid for it, took it to the car, and parked the cart. Then I went out there and waited on her. So I didn't stay on the cart to take it away from somebody else for very long. Oh no, you pulled it off the back of your heel when you was in your 20s. Huh. Well, that's something. Mountain Rose or Connie. And it took a long time to grow back. Wow. Ooh. Yeah, I'm kind of curious what you pulled off. Sounds like a callus or something that was on the back of your heel. Well, that's good to know, Mountain Rose. So you just set your foot on under your arch and just roll it back and forth. Can you do it sitting down? I'm sure that they're going to do something like that. These girls out here at the hospital are pretty good. Well, the doctor said that the heel spurs that Pam has, he said we can go in there and cut them off, but it's not going to solve nothing for the pain. They said what her problem was her tendon. But now this okay. This here what you're saying, Connie, is sounds pretty unique. Okay. Yeah, that's what they're telling her, the tendon. So she went Tuesday to she took the paperwork from the doctor and they can't get her in until next Tuesday. No, I told you wrong. She went Monday and they can't get her in until this next Tuesday, which is the 24th. Then she'll start like 2 days a week. And then they'll hopefully teach her how to do some things at home on her own. Hey, Chris is back.
Hey, look what the cats are again.
Yeah. You're kitty, kitty.
Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Yeah, I think I better bring a light over here. Is it showing up dark on your end, or can you see me?
I don't see your picture yet, just your avatar. I just see you with your soul mill.
Yeah, maybe it's because I ain't got no lighting over here. It's starting to get dark. Let me go grab a light to get plugged in over here.
Okay. Well, Connie, I hope it helps her. There. Now I can see you. I can see the blue tarp. Now, that right there is what you call a redneck with an easy chair outside.
Oh, you can see me now?
Yeah, you got an easy chair outside.
Yeah, this is weird because all I got is a black screen here.
Oh, you can't see me?
No, I'm trying to figure that out. What's going on here? Okay, now you probably can't.
Nope, I lost you.
The camera's going. I gotta mess with this a minute. Let's see here. Hey Johnny, how you doing? Oh well, it don't matter. At least I can chat.
Hello, Brian.
Is coming from me now?
I can see you.
But if I get an echo though now?
There's some noise. It was on there before, but no echo.
Okay, I had the speaker too close to the phone.
Well, it was doing that earlier when you was on here.
Oh, before too?
Yeah, but it wasn't echoing. It just.
I just thought I was hearing feedback a minute ago. So what's keeping you up?
Say it again.
Well, what's keeping you up so late today?
Oh, I don't know. I just got a few people on here. I don't have any set hours anymore, but I don't get any days off either.
That's true. I hear you. That's the same with me. I don't have no set hours or no days off. It's like there's always something. What's Johnny up to?
Johnny, I don't know.
He's in the cat, isn't he?
No, he went to bed.
Oh, he went to bed? Oh, okay.
He like I said, he's local and he sells produce like tomatoes and watermelons and stuff right out here by Walmart.
Oh, cool.
And I've been buying off of him, and I made a video. I got a video of Smitty Produce.
The guy that went to go to shoot, Sarah, what was that food that he had? He had
Smitty
some food.
Produce. Okay, I doubled on you. Do it again.
I say he was that guy that had some food he was eating. His wife made or something like that, and he wasn't going to share it with you.
Right. Well, he didn't want to share it with you. Yeah, we bought some zucchini off of him, and Pam made some zucchini bread. And we took him one loaf. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a black man, but he's one hell of a nice guy.
Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah, he seems like a pretty cool guy.
He is.
My wife just, my daughter just brought me out. She went all over her storage shed. She packed some lumber out over there ready for me to start painting the front wall on it. And then I also put up one metal truss for my carport.
Yeah, Connie, Pam's zucchini bread was great.
Oh man, you know what? That reminds me. You know what I'm making right now? This day too. I've never done this before. I'm making a zucchini relish. but it's I was fermenting it. You know, I'm fermenting. You know, I dumped like you do sauerkraut. I got so much salt on in there. I'm letting that sour. I want to let that go for. Well, I want to probably today because I don't want it to sour. So to get it started, then I want to drain all that fluid off, and then when it starts to sour, when it starts to ferment some, then I want to put the sugar, you know, and all the spices for sweet pickles as well. I read it on the internet, and it says it will keep, by doing this, it will keep about 6 months in the refrigerator. And of course, I added some jalapeno peppers to it.
Oh yeah, you gotta have stuff hot.
Oh yeah. I like sweet lime. I can't say that I like it hot, but I do like it warm.
Yeah, barnyard chicken, or no, Connie asked me if she put nuts in the zucchini bread. She used pecans.
I love nuts and zucchini bread. I can't have nuts in my zucchini bread. Why you got those seeds?
Well, she didn't put that many nuts in it.
Yeah, but I tell you what, if I eat the wrong foods with it, no matter what, how fine you just chop them on up and how few it is, they shoot up.
Do you have diverticulitis?
What? Diverticulitis?
Okay, now listen. I'm not telling a joke here. It's called diverticulitis, where you get warts in your colon. And there's, what are you doing up, Ann? But anyhow, you get a nut or something in that port, it'll get infected. I had that.
Oh, no.
Well, no, I don't have to go to work in the morning, but you're usually a vampire.
And you tell little brother to quit babysitting you. Yeah, my daughter took a shoe find in the nest here a few days ago, and she's pregnant.
Who's
So
pregnant? Your daughter?
Sure, no, sorry. My granddaughter is pregnant. My dog. Stir fry.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, well, we took her to a breeder here about a little over a month ago.
Oh, okay.
No, a little over a month. It's only 2 months. It was 2 months it already has.
Well, I was on here and just, one, here comes one and here comes somebody else, and then Grizz popped back on here. So here all are.
Yeah, I would like to talk to Johnny because I was going to give that time. I'm not sure that banana or that seed bread.
Yeah, he said he liked that.
So Pam made that with zucchini bread for him.
Well, and other people. He made 4 loaves. She took one out or I took it out there to the bank where she made. How's Roy doing? And
I'm reading all sorts of stuff you can do with zucchini. You know, you make sweet pickles out of them, real pickles, and cube them up and have them already pickled on up, ready to. So you already have more cubes up, ready to go in a potato salad. You can can them that way; they're all ready to go. And so it makes making your potato salad a lot easier. Have you thought about putting in your backyard or something in some place a couple of hills of zucchini?
We don't have no room back here.
Because they really do make a nice landscaping plant.
I can go to Johnny and buy 4 zucchini for $1, or I did. You know, he
Yeah,
might give me a discount.
I can go out to my garden and I can pick 4 of them for free.
Right, but you had to grow them. See, I don't have no place to grow them. I got too much shade back here.
Well, yeah, this reminds me of something I read somewhere on the internet. You know how to tell if somebody don't have no friends?
By the size of the zucchinis?
No, it's by if they're getting into zucchini during the summertime or not. There's so much, the zucchini produces so much, you know, they get you give it away. But if nobody's giving you zucchini, you ain't got no friends.
Okay.
And that is why I'm actually looking at different ways to preserve it for different stuff. I mean, I would have canned a bunch to buy up for next year, for this next winter. You know, I've been reading about how to can it for frying. Making your dill pickles and your sweet pickles out of zucchini. And of course, my sweet pickle relish, banana bread. And of course, I like having some, you know, I like some just frozen on up and have it to throw into soup because they make great soup thickeners.
No, last year I put out 1 tomato plant, and I got about 4 or 5 little tomatoes like that. Now they were good, but I thought, heck, I can go buy them easier than I can try to grow them. Now, if I had a place like you had, yeah. But I don't, you know, I like my shade back there, so I'm not going to cut my tree down to get tomatoes.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. I agree with you on that. Not country. Oh man, we did the sportsman's holiday this weekend. Had a bunch of fireworks. I got it on video. I'm probably going to release it here in a couple of days. It's just you know, small town fireworks that ain't nothing spectacular.
And Grizz can't read the chat, so I'll read it for him. She said she has a little garden, 3 tomatoes and 1 yellow squash. Squash? I have trouble pronouncing that.
Squash, squash, it don't matter. It's all the same.
But she got a little area there that she can grow stuff.
Cool. Yeah, my garden's kind of sucking this year because I did get a late plant on starting it. And I plan on getting an early start. I planted from the seed this time on everything. Usually I plant, you know, I go out there and I usually buy plants. But this year I planted everything from seed and I waited to plant the seed. My garden's kind of behind schedule right now. And then on top of that, for a long time, it got completely neglected because of a bunch of other stuff that was happening there. And so I had only watered it twice. and it was getting pretty pathetic, and the weeds were taking over pretty serious. And I just got caught up on the weeds today. And I'm running the water full time to try to get the whole thing. I can only no, there's not much pressure with our water system. So I can only run one garden hose, and it won't put out. There's not enough pressure to run a sprinkler. So I got to just keep on moving the garden hose around. So it takes forever to water the garden.
Okay, Ann. You're welcome. I just hope Roy don't overdo it. Ann's husband, Roy, he got his finger caught today, and he had to have 3 stitches stuck in it. He's still going to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, well, it's like my daddy said, rub a little sawdust in it and get back to work.
Well, he said, our dad, hell, he just put a little diesel fuel on a rag and wrapped it up and went on.
Yeah.
But this was a little bit bad for that.
That's the way I always was. I cut myself through the wrist one time with a nail gun. I cut myself through the leg another time with a nail gun. Never did anything about it either time, just kept on working.
Wow.
Just the 2 fingers off. The first finger. Well, actually, I shaved the whole side. Shaved the whole side of the finger off. My dad made me go to the doctor for that because it was down to the bone. But the doctor fixed it on up, wrapped it on up, and I went back to work the same day.
Wow.
Then up in Alaska, I cut the tip of this finger off here. And after going to the doctor the first time, I didn't even want to go to the doctor for that one. I was like, screw that, I'll just wrap it with some toilet paper and some duct tape or something. So I went to the office to get some tape, and they told me that I had to go to the doctor. I had to go to the doctor, but I went back to work the next day. And I busted my shoulder, fell off the ladder, busted my shoulder. I was back a week ago, back to work within a week. With the broken shoulder, I could have handled it at home. Now I love being at home.
So now you're paying for all them little tricks.
Mm-hmm. No, I actually none of that stuff is any of my health problems. Some of my broken shoulder, I got arthritis. But no, my back, and I was off work for a year because of that. But I broke my back. That was something that I just didn't jump back and go back to work. That's what really has me. That's what got me on disability. With my L5 was stuck to one side, so it keeps my whole back out of alignment. And now that my shoulder you get less muscle tone you have, and I don't have enough muscle tone to keep my back replaced anymore.
Okay, Grizz. Connie wants to know why you don't vote on her cooking challenge.
I really don't vote on much of anything. I like watching the stuff, but I don't know why I don't participate on that a lot of that stuff. It's like I did the CW home kits, and they have those challenges. A lot of times I know the answers, but I don't like those questions. And between $2 to do that. For some reason, I don't know what it is. I don't like participating in that stuff. I like watching it, but I don't know. It's just a little quirk about me. I just don't like participating in that type of stuff. Then nothing personal, Connie.
Well, Connie, I didn't see it, so maybe I need to check it out.
Yeah, I don't know. I've always been funny that way. It's I always feel like if I get involved in like that, then I'm just obligated for somehow, and I don't like to be obligated to anything. And I don't know why I would feel obligated to just a cast on a vote, but I mean, it's just I don't know. I'm kind of quirky that way.
Well, Connie, I just looked at your channel. You don't have any videos, so I don't know where your cooking challenge is.
I think you talked about on Country Girls.
Oh, I see. Okay, now I did look at them. And I think I voted 3. Which one was yours, Connie? She said, Grizz, you aren't any fun at all.
Well, I did kind of, on the last one, I did kind of throw somewhat of a vote on out. I voted on 3, and I said, I'd say, 3 and 4 made me really hungry. I said, no, actually, the word that I used was, I said, 3 and 4 made my tongue have an orgasm. But, and this country girl told me, well, I had to pick one or the other, and I wasn't going to do that. But both 3 and 4 did look really good.
I think that I went with what somebody else did, and I voted 3. So I apologize if you was 4.
Who was 4?
Connie?
Connie was number 4? Well, I tell you what, son, I mean, it was actually a toss-up between 3 and 4. I don't know which one I would have voted for. But, I mean, it was, they both looked very delicious.
Okay, Susan was 3, and Connie was 4. Hey, and I won a giveaway from Country Girl. Shag bark syrup. And it was good.
Didn't you just recently?
Shag bark syrup. It was just a little bottle.
Yeah, you just recently did a video on that.
Yeah, a mail call. Right. Yeah, you commented and you said cheers.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't have any pancakes to put it on, so I just drank it. A little, just a little drink to taste it.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, Susan made the syrup.
Tastes like Mad Dog 2020.
No, it was really good. It was
2020,
it was sweet, but it wasn't so sickening sweet like Aunt Jemima. Okay, it was thin.
Now, is that a maple syrup, or what type of syrup is it?
Shag bark.
Now, what is that?
Well, I don't know.
I mean,
I'm thinking it's hickory, but I'm not for sure.
So it's not like a fruit syrup.
No. I looked it up in this video, but they said it was hickory. They just took the shag bark off of the hickory tree and boiled it. Of course, then they strained it. And then, there you go. Connie's saying shag bark made from the bark of a hickory tree, right? That's what I was saying. And then they boil that, and they get the liquids out of that bark, and then they put sugar in it and boil it.
I bet you
Bottle it, and there you go.
do you still have any left?
Well, a little. I didn't have much to start with. Just a little bottle.
Next time you have a pancake, try putting some peanut butter, some pancakes and put that stuff on top of the peanut butter there.
Yeah, that'd be good.
All it is, I mean, maple syrup on top of peanut butter with pancakes is excellent. And so I'm thinking this would be the same type of deal. It'd be awesome.
Yeah, this guy. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
This guy on YouTube, he had like a Coleman stove, and he was outside boiling it.
And I was seeing out hickory around here. I wondered if I could do something like that with the maple bark around here.
Well, a maple tree is not like a hickory, where you just break the shag bark off of a hickory tree. You know what I'm saying? I don't think maple tree does this.
No, but I'm just wondering if some of the firewood, when I cut down a green maple, peel the bark off, that if I could boil that down, then add sugar to it, to make the syrup.
Well, you can tap it,
Well, yeah, but see, our maple here is not the same as the sugar maple. They have that heat. Our maple here doesn't have near the sugar content. So it takes 55 gallons of sap here to make it like a gallon of syrup.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and I think it's back there. It's like 30 or 35 gallons to make 1 gallon. It takes us almost twice as much.
Connie's saying use the sap from a birch tree.
Yeah, but we don't have any birch tree around here either.
I didn't think so. I'm just reading the chat though.
No, I know that birch sap makes really good. I mean, actually, I've been reading up on it, and there's several things around here that we can do. I can tap the maple trees here. I can tap the birch. I can even the alder trees. Several of them you make syrup out of, but it's all of it is our sugar content is way low in our trees out here. Something like we take that back there.
Well, Grizz, it's coming up on 12 o'clock for me.
Yeah, I reckon I better let you go to bed then.
Yeah, or I'm gonna go sleep. You can talk to him.
Oh, out here.
Connie, I appreciate you being on here, Grizz. I'm gonna shut the puppy down.
Yeah. We'll see you later.
All right. May the peace and the power of the Lord be with you. Goodbye.